Welcome back to another Blueprint Masterclass session. I'm Ghost, and in today's session, we'll be showing you guys how to perfect the Warden Charge Fireball into Rocket Balloons. So without any further ado, let's dive into it. First thing first I want to kind of talk about is the Fireball radius. I feel like that's something you kind of all have to understand first in order to know exactly what you're doing here. So the 4x4 buildings are obviously going to be your Town Hall and the Eagle Artillery. Now, its maximum radius when it comes to diagonal is going to be 2 tiles. As you can see, they're structured on the Town Hall there. Additionally, on that Eagle Artillery there, if you're going across, if the building is slightly across on there, it's going to be only maximum 3 tiles there. So anything beyond the 3 tiles, as you can see in that Eagle Artillery structure, on that Eagle Artillery there, if you're going across, if the building is slightly across on there, it's going to be only maximum 3 tiles there. So anything beyond the 3 tiles, as you can see in that Eagle Artillery structure, you will not be able to take that down. So make sure you guys keep in mind when targeting 4x4 building. I know a lot of the times you don't necessarily have to consider that because a lot of bases are going to be clump defenses, but that's just in the event if you're planning for those additional buildings. Knowing what is going to be considered taken down and what is not, it's going to be pretty important when it comes to fireball attacks. Moving along though, on that 3x3 building where the monolith is, again, that's going to be the same case here as the Town Hall. If you were to land a fireball directly onto the 3x3 building on the monolith, diagonal wise, it's going to be maximum of 2 tiles. Now moving along towards the ricochet cannon, maximum tile across will be 4 tiles. Now that is pretty huge. It may seem like it makes you want to question how is that possible, but once you try it, you can for sure see that 4 tile is going to be actually enough to be able to take all of those defenses. Now, of course, with the 2x2 building, which is at Inferno, diagonal, it's going to be 3 tiles. So that's 1 additional tile more than both the monolith and the Town Hall, which was the 3x3 building, and the 4x4 building. So a lot more leeway when it comes to targeting a 2x2 building just because of its structure, deep building there. And of course, we're going to first open it up on, let's just look at this diamond base and we'll go from there. The first thing that I notice here is that a fireball onto the Town Hall eliminates all of these buildings and damage off of my warden. So obviously sweepers and sweepers and poison tower are not going to affect my warden, but if you can see, if I land a fireball on that Town Hall there, I'm going to be golden. Of course, once we eliminate the Town Hall with the fireball, we'll then let the warden decide and see exactly where to go. But wherever the warden goes, let's just say for this instance, if the warden goes right, we're going to send our heroes on the left side. I do not like to send my heroes on the same side as the warden's going. And the simple fact of that is because that's going to limit the value of your heroes. Now we have healers on the warden for a purpose, and that's to do a warden charge. For example, like a queen charge. If you're doing a queen charge, you don't want to send the Lalo the same side your queen is going. I kind of wanted to show you the replay, less talking now, so you can kind of see exactly how I kind of built this whole attack up as we kind of went all throughout the course of this attack. So go ahead, start it and kind of speed it up. The water walk may take some time here, but like I said, maximum of 1 rage. We are going to be testing with the Cocoa Bloom at the very start of the attack there before I drop any healers. I tend to always do that because a lot of people tend to like to have traps on the outside for those healers. So of course you got to be safe, rather safe than sorry, so that way you don't lose a fireball to an outside building. So you can see I've already invested a rage there because we were taking so many damage there. But from here, you can already see the setup of the base. Now I split my earthquakes, and the whole purpose of that is so that the builder huts don't have to repair anything to keep the buildings up. Obviously, if you drop 2 earthquakes on top of the Town Hall, you'll be perfectly fine as well. But for me, just to ensure I get everything, I did 1 quake on each side to get the expo and ensure the monolith goes down. Double invis, earthquake, and you can already see everything beside and behind the Town Hall has gone down. So here, warden, like I said, let him pick a side. I believe he does actually go right on this particular base, which is great because now that that's happening, I set my queen to kind of funnel from my king, and I am using my skeleton traps to tank for those initial defenses. We got the Ice Golem, Barbarian King, and the Valkyrie rolling in. Once the King steps in towards that Archer Tower, we went ahead and sent our Spiky Ball. You can see our Spiky Ball took down that single for us. And here we go, just sending Rocket Balloons for the remaining of the defenses, as the single has not locked onto my Warden yet. It does finally lock on, so I am going to end up freezing it. And then, of course, I use my World Champion Seeking Shield. And, of course, with the Spear, you can see it come out of range of all these defenses just to be able to take down those key defenses I needed. So, really nice hit right here. I think just the Fireball setup and, of course, the combination of my heroes just was way more than enough damage on this base. So, the box base and the diamond. I wanted to look at a ring base because that may be questionable, too, when it comes to hitting this base. Now, obviously, an Invis Tower in the middle can be deadly when it comes to trying to handle it. But there's always obviously ways around it. So looking at the base for Flame Flinger value, there's only two options here you really have. You have option here and you have an option on this side as well. So for me, either side worked, but since this side had the Queen, I decided to flinger the non-hero side. So I decided that if I Flame Flinger this, I'll be okay because I'll be able to get a really good funnel with the Flame Flinger just let alone there. And again, the whole good purpose of this army comp, you have Rocket Balloons, you can Rocket Balloon that mortar and you'll be safe with the Flame Flanker. So I've already determined that. And of course, Fireball, not much value like in the previous replays, but this one is enough to keep the Warden alive. And what I mean by that is if I land a Fireball onto this Builder Hut or on this Multi-Archer Tower, you'll be able to get the CC, a Monolith, and at least one of the Multi-Infernos. Now, I decided to go with the left Multi-Archer Tower. The simple fact of that is because it can actually get me the Multi-Inferno, the Mortar, all of these buildings, the CC, this, and the Monolith. So then after the Fireball, if I funnel buildings down here, Warden Walk will go into here. And the reason why I'm going on this side is because I'm already using a Flinger on this side, and the whole goal was to funnel my Warden into the middle because the Flame Flinger would be able to support and take down all of these buildings and continue moving towards this side. So that was the Flame Flinger was doing. After that Fireball, you can kind of see it kind of supports my heroes because now it has a clear funnel that's already set for my heroes to come in and take down this. So after that, we'll be able to Rocket Balloon into the back end with our RC coming in. But we'll that is the plan. Warden charging into the middle. The Invis may make the Warden go differently, but again, that was the initial plan to kind of get the Warden to charge into the middle. So without any further ado, we'll just go ahead and play the replay so you guys can kind of see how this initial setup was established. Now, this one is not going to be as overwhelming as our previous attack, but you can see yet again we swagged both the Rage and the Poison. Not the best execution when it comes to trying to get the Warden because we were slightly off on the timing, but nonetheless there we were able to walk away with that easy triple there, swagging 2 spells. And that will do it for today's video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys go ahead, give it a thumbs up, and comment down below what you guys would like to see in our very next video. Also, if you guys would like to support us and this channel, go ahead and make sure you guys use code BLUE for any in-game purchases. But until then, I'll catch you all in the very next one. Ghost out.